the way it should work, the way it worked for me and like the people I coach and mentor, it should be you get your insurance license, you work your freaking tail off your first year, like any minute that you possibly can. You sacrifice weekends, like whatever you got to sacrifice, right? This is my personal story. And then you make X, and then the following year you put a little bit less effort in, but you make more than X. And the third year a little bit less, and you make more in the fourth year, and that's what should happen. You should be every year. And what I'm seeing so many agents is like it's just a replay from last year. It's like or they make less money because they can't put the same effort, right? Like I couldn't have put the same effort in my first year like for 5 years straight. You know, I would have ended up in a straitjacket.
What is going on? Welcome back to the CA Power Player Podcast. I'm your host, Cody Askins. Man, dude, I got this dude back in the studio. I'm excited. He'll travel away from Puerto Rico, and I'm about to jump into what we got going on. I'm super excited for today's episode. We got some new stuff. As you grow, as you scale, as you do different things, you will continue to learn. Speaking of learning, I'm also going to ask him several additional questions, some extra content after the podcast. You can check all of that out, as long as courses, et cetera, at castudios.tv. When we talk about scaling, we're going to talk about scaling, profitability, building something. This gentleman created his own IMO and went from $0 to $10 million in life insurance premium in their first 12 months. Actually, about 11 months and change. October through today is September the 10th of 2025. So still got several more weeks or a month-ish for their first full year. So please welcome back Mr. David Price from the Price Group.
Thank you, man. Appreciate the introduction, man. How's everything going?
Good, dude. Busy and amazing. Almost get to like, you know what I like about today is like my back schedule is freaking nuts, as I'm sure yours is too. Even though he's chilling on the beach in Puerto Rico, let's be honest. Okay. However, I'm getting to like, kind of like chill and hang, with someone I've respected, a buddy that I've known for years. So if you hear me interrupt him today, that's why. Okay. There's some banter here. However, I get to hang, man. So I'm excited.
I love it. I love how you give the setup so you could interrupt me.
Well, two episodes ago we had, or 2 times that you were here ago, we had a lot of complaints.
That's a great episode, man. I hope listeners will find it. Great episode, dude. Even with the interruptions.
Even with the rude interruptions.
The rude interruptions. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. What's been going on? What's changed in your world? I feel like every time you come in, you have a new insight because we would learn, we grow, and then boom, we have some new things that.
Yeah. I'm always like searching for that North Star, and I'm always like, because that's like what drives you. You have the huge North Star, right? So like that's what drives you. So and I always look at it, and it has to change and evolve. Like you can't be like, I want to make $1 million, and like that's just your North Star for like ever. Sure. I mean, I guess if you don't make $1 million, you could chase that forever, but like. Maybe to evolve from that, it'd be like, I want to make $1 million so I could do this, and this with it, or I want to make $1 million so I got to help. But so it's like you still want to evolve that even if it's the same. So like my goals and my North Star, and in case you don't know what the North Star is like that goal. Like what are you chasing? What are you going after? Like what is that thing that you're running after every single day to keep you motivated, to like keep you bouncing out of bed and keep you wanted to like go to work and like do these things and all these like tough days as being an entrepreneur. So for me, it's like looking at that, and I love helping people and writing insurance and obviously making money and buying nice things and all those things. But I'm like, I really enjoy helping people build a business, and I really enjoy, in a business, there's so many, like you have an ice cream shop, that's failing and call that a business. But like to me, it's like a business that provides you real freedom, because when I got into this industry, there was 3 things I was looking for, and it was like to do what I want, where I want, with whoever I wanted. Like that was 3 things, right? And to me, like that's the freedom, right? Those 3 things. So those are the things I was looking for when I got into this business. And I looked at insurance and I was like, wow, I think there's a platform that could give me that, But I've seen so many people get into this business and like they're not chasing it, they don't have it, and they're not even doing anything that's going to help them get it. Like they're not even on the path to do it. Like their focus is on like being a top producer or being a good salesperson, and like you have to like.
Yeah.
You can only be a good salesperson for so long until you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah, which is I would good for a period of time in your estimation of like, hey, I'm focused on being a top producer,
100%.
Sales, but to your point, you're saying that's the target, but it isn't the forever goal.
Where's the freedom with that? That's the thing.
Yeah,
Where is the freedom with that? You know,
or we see it with agencies too, which I think you try to do it differently. I think you try to do everything differently. He even changed his hairstyle this last time. We're getting closer to a similar hairstyle. This is good, bro.
Trying to get taller, man. We'll be the same height next time I'm here.
It's working, bro. It's working. You also see agencies though that like, I mean, there's a lot of things you could say. Like they have an agency, they have an office, they have a bunch of staff. Those things are great, right? Could be. But they also sometimes work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they have no free time. They don't enjoy their life and their business. I'm even in this mode right now. I've never said this, but like I'm trying to enjoy my life a little bit more. Like Lauren's like, hey, look, we've built something, but we're so far from the North Star that it is hard to like still make time for stuff that is important and that you enjoy, you know? I feel like you've tried to do it, some of that a little differently to a degree, even though you still work very hard.
Yeah, and you know, I think the way it should work, the way it worked for me and like the people I coach and mentor, it should be you get your insurance license, you work your freaking tail off your first year, like any minute that you possibly can. You sacrifice weekends, like whatever you got to sacrifice, right? This is my personal story, and then you make X, and then the following year you put a little bit less effort in, but you make more than X, and the third year a little bit less. And you make more in the fourth year, and that's what should happen. You should be every year. And what I'm seeing so many agents is like it's just a replay from last year. It's like or they make less money because they can't put the same effort, right? Like I couldn't have put the same effort in my first year like for 5 years straight. You know, I would have ended up in a straitjacket. I almost ended up in a straitjacket, right? So it's just like understanding that stuff, right?
I think the team still wants to put me in one sometimes. By the way, just for the record, you know,
let's do it, dude. It'd be a vacation. It would be a vacation.
But I don't know what I would do. That'd be like, I don't know.
We got to get the rubber room too. I don't want just a straitjacket. Like the straitjacket, the rubber room, like you know, lock the door, give me some quiet time. Like let me take a nap. Like perfect.
I think your skin would miss the sunlight. Though.
That's it. It's fun. It's
the Puerto Rican sun, man. You know,
my skin. I do like Puerto Rico, man. When are you coming out to Puerto Rico? When's the last time you've been to Puerto Rico?
Gosh, do you guys think we should do something in Puerto Rico and then invite you guys down to hang out? Comment Puerto Rico in the comments right now if you're like, bro, we're all going to Puerto Rico. We get enough comments. I'm coming to Puerto Rico. How about
we'll do a retreat? Let's do a retreat. Let's do a Cody and Dave retreat in Puerto Rico.
I like that. Who would hang with us, man? Let us know in comments below right now.
Put retreat if you want us to do a retreat together. We'll do a co-branded retreat.
I need a place in Puerto Rico so I can see you more often. You know,
dude, they got so many places there.
There's a lot.
So there's a apartment I'm looking at. I'm hoping. So I have a goal, another goal, right? Work my freaking butt off to the end of this year because I want to get my income to where I want it to be able to. I could buy the apartment now, but like to feel a lot more comfortable buying. It's a $3.2 million apartment. Let's go. 3,800 square feet. Like
that's a big freaking apartment, bro. That's almost as big as my entire house.
But see, you got this giant office. Yeah. So like I work from home. Yeah. So like now it's like perfect because I'm like keep on thinking. I'm like, do I need an office? You
like,
could have I just need a bigger
studio
home.
In there though.
That's it. It will be a studio.
There's a lot you could do.
It'll be great.
Lots of games. Lots of room for activities.
All kinds of stuff. That's it.
It's a Step Brothers reference for those that didn't.
Yes, great movie. One of the best movies.
They just drop that kind of stuff and see if people catch it.
They don't make movies like that anymore.
No, bro.
They don't even spend focused time on movies. You realize that? Like it all went to TV shows. Like all the focus on TV shows. It's so like, yeah, streaming killed TV.
You're right.
Yeah, it's a different world now.
It's crazy.
Even like I don't think actors get paid like they used to either anymore. Like I think it's all like
maybe not.
It's all equalizing. Just like what happened with artists when like music starts, people started streaming music. No, musical artists. You know, same thing. Like things change, right? You got to like evolve.
You do have to evolve. I mean, shoot, Taylor Swift made so much money on her tour. It didn't matter what she made anywhere else. Dude, you know, it's insane. That was a North Star.
That is yes,
right.
Absolutely.
Why is it important for those that maybe don't have a goal or a target and they're just like kind of bouncing around, maybe like this podcast so far, and they're like, dude, I don't know what to do or where I'm going. What should they think through to figure out what their North Star is?
Yeah. So for me, what I do is I sit there and I visualize like, you know, what would I want my life to look like? you know, and usually it's like, you know, solving problems. You know, one thing I want to get is a house manager soon. Like, you know, living at your house, right? You're always dealing with this, that broke, this needs to fix, like grocery shop. Like there's so many different things. So I'm like, dude, what if like everything was just done? Like what if, like that's it. Like everything was just
What is
done.
Everything? Food?
Like I didn't have to worry about grocery shopping. Like the food was just in the fridge and the meals were just cooked. Right.
Okay. What else?
You know, laundry, like just everything.
Laundry.
Just sit. You can sit there and make a whole list of
making
things
the
that you have
bed.
to do. Making the bed. Making the bed's good.
You like making the bed?
That's good training.
Do you make your bed?
Marion actually makes the bed because I usually get out of the bed sooner.
So you took that away from him. He don't get to do that anymore.
She took it away.
They always say to be successful, you got to make your bed every day.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Lauren makes my bed too, so I don't make it. She's like, you get out of the bed on like a Saturday morning. She's like, you get out of the bed so I can make it.
Yeah, you'd make
I'm
more.
like, what are we doing?
More. You'd make more if you made the bed.
Would you?
It would affect my income.
Definitely. You hear this? I don't know. Apparently, whatever you're doing is working, so I don't know that you should change that.
That's true. It's impatience, right? That's a big thing too.
I think since you met Marion, your income has just exploded.
Exploded.
Maybe that's what it is. That's what you're missing, man. You know,
my income's always exploding.
It's true.
So, but yeah, so it's important to have like that North Star and like just understand. But like to me, it's like you want to have like an emotional connection to it, right? Yeah. So like when I'm pitching these things, like I'm not just thinking like, oh, it'd be super cool if someone did grocery shopping for me,
right?
You know, like just like that feeling of like freedom of not ever having to worry about it, right? Or like every time you have like this thing like where it's like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, you know, like what if you just eliminated that for your life and like gave someone else to do that, else that task? Then you think about like vacations, you know, when you go on vacation. And you're looking at hotels, like, are you spending a bunch of time looking for like the best deal, or are you just like, oh, cool, I'm going to Dallas, so I'm going to stay at the Ritz, right? You know, hey, I'm going to St. Thomas, like I'm staying at the Ritz, right? Because you know, if you stay at the Ritz, service is going to be good, the food's going to be good, the pillow is going to, like, everything is going to be good. So it's just like looking at those things and just like how can you increase that, and then you start thinking about that, and then it to me like it gives me like an emotion, like a feeling, right? And like because that's the thing, people don't want money, people don't want things, right? It's like that feeling that it gives them that like they're attached to. But the feelings are also what stops them from working, right? Insurance agents, why don't they work? If I was like, hey, Cody, right, or insurance agent, or someone that's not an insurance agent, right, like someone who's serving tables, or you know, working a job $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year, or just even going to work and working in an office every day for $100,000 a year, and I'm just like, you know, hey, listen, I give you a job. You sit home, you dial the phone 400 times a day, and you'll make $100,000 a year. Or you could sit in traffic and drive and sit in an office and do that. Like, up to you. What would you rather do? Like, I'll dial the phone 400 times a day. Like, everyone would say that.
They would say that.
And then they do. And then you put them in that spot. They don't. But it's their emotion that stops them. That's it. It's their
Evans
emotion.
of the world.
Evan will do $800. Evan will do $800. Evan is
a machine. I'm very impressed with
so
that.
he had that naturally. So when he started with me, freshly licensed, like he was out dialing everyone, like, wow, just naturally doing it.
Why?
He understood that dials equal contacts equal experience equals the skill set. The skill set's going to get the money. See, people look at it the opposite way. They look at dials, contacts, sales. But like
we definitely skip the experience. That's the first time
I've
ever heard anybody say the experience is part of the piece.
Well, what's the most valuable thing that you have? I'm gonna confuse Cody real fast.
You would say time naturally, but you know, if it was like
that you have the most valuable thing that you have.
I mean, it would be experience and knowledge for sure.
Right? That's the most valuable thing.
Sure.
It's the knowledge.
100%.
Same with me, right? Okay, cool. I got my insurance license. You know, first year made like, I think it was like $20,000 my first year, right? It was part of a year. My first full year made over 200. Next one over 500, right? 2023 did $15 million in production. 2024 started my own IMO. November of 2024 we did $282,000. Last month, less than a year later, $1.3 million.
Because you went from 15 million to zero, started your own IMO, restarted. Technically started over, and then I started over October of 24, November of 24, just to give them context. 285. Now you're doing whatever you're doing a month, and you're doing, you know, you're gonna get close to 10 million your first.
We'll hit 10 million our first 12 months.
I love that. I wanted to say close just to see how you responded.
10 million.
You think this dude's competitive
We're gonna smack 10 million. It's just a round number. I like round numbers.
Yeah.
No, sure. I predict our first full year will be closer to 14 million, and that's just fixing that one month.
First full year. Yeah, so that'd be all of 25. Yeah. I see that.
It'll be close to 14 million, but
you need to make it 15.
It would be a better number. I'll work on it.
And why?
You know what would help?
Because that's what you were doing when you left.
I just need to hire a couple. I just need a couple more people that have agencies that want to scale.
Marion, 15? First full year, 15. Screw this 14 crap.
I just need 15. A couple more people to DM me, that reach out to me, that have small agencies that want to scale, and we'll do it.
Fairly so. I hear you.
But there was a skill set. The skill set, me knowing how to do that, me having that experience and knowing how to do that. And that's this thing. Insurance agents want to skip that. So they get started and they're worried about sales and money, scales and money. Like what is more valuable? If I would give you $1 million right now, Cody, but I'm going to hook something up to your brain and I'm going to take all your knowledge away. You want the $1 million? You want to keep your knowledge?
I would rather keep my knowledge.
Real simple.
What about, you know what? You could say 10 million and you started with no knowledge.
Yeah.
Keeping the knowledge. If you said 100 million,
you don't have to work anymore.
Dude, I would still work though. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. You'd want to work
when you don't have $100 million. But 100 million, that would be tough. Erase my brain from a business knowledge standpoint, or $100 million. I know people in the comments, you're gonna roast me. It's fine, please do. But I'm telling you, like, it's hard because we're on pace to do really close to 10 million this year in actual revenue. So it's like, if that's true, we should do 100 million the next 7 years. Maybe sooner if I can grow faster, right? But that's tough.
Well, the thing is, what people don't understand, they won't understand when they hear that. So it's not. I'm not looking at the money. Like there's the money there, but it's like removing that North Star. And
the opportunity cost, the time loss of me having to
what are you going to do?
Over.
Well, what are you going to do?
Again.
What are you going to do? Are you going to want to start over? You know what I mean? You have $100 million. Listen, if you were born into $100 million, you probably wouldn't be Cody Askins.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
Because why?
Because
the hunger.
Yeah, you're not hungry. You could do whatever you want.
I was listening to Tony Robbins the other day. He said, dude, the most valuable thing, the most important thing in a human being, and you guys hear this, because David's got it, his team's got it. I don't know that you got it, to be honest, is hunger. He said, if I can find someone who's hungry and they want it and they will do whatever it takes, he said, and they're actually hungry for success, they will find it. He said, but a lot of people act like they are and they're just not hungry.
Majority of them. You come to me hungry, like I will make you a millionaire. 100%. I will make you, I know the path. And I proved it. I did it twice. But the thing is, so that insurance agent too. So let's break that down. We're talking about millions and 10 millions and 100 millions and stuff like that. But let's bring that down to the insurance agent that just got their license, that just getting started, that's not having success yet, and they're so focused on this, and this. They should only be focused on the skill set and creating that skill set, because that skill set can literally. I mean, this skill set of an insurance agent. I mean, if you're 20s or 30s, right? I mean, if you're 70, maybe not as much.
So if you're 40, this doesn't apply.
40s.
Just kidding.
But you got to think about that skill set. I mean, if you could never hire an agent 100% all with your own pen, that skill set can make you 7 figures.
Oh.
Over the career, right? Over the career. Real simple, right?
For sure.
Real simple. So paying $100,000 to have this skill set to make $1 to $5 million over your career. I mean, the same thing a doctor does, right? How much does it cost to become a doctor? It's got to be over $100K. So why is an insurance agent only willing to spend minimum time, not nights, not weekends, and I'll buy $300 in leads, and we'll see how it goes. And then that's it. That's the end of their career. And it's so if more of them really understood, to figure out that skill set, and you can't shortcut it. We're talking about leads the other day, and to me, working leads is a skill, right? It should be. Anyone that understands working leads is a skill, right? When you walk into a store and you want to buy something and someone comes up to you and says, "Can I help you?" You still naturally say, "I'm just looking." Right?
Yeah.
So why would it be anything different with a lead, right? So if you buy a lead from a lead vendor, your IMO, wherever the heck you buy your lead, you buy this lead, obviously Kaboom lead, right? You buy a lead,
Sure.
right? There's a skill set that you need to be able to close that lead. So someone will buy leads and then they'll be like, man, I didn't close anything. They didn't work. But what if I'm like, hey, Cody, listen,
True.
I need you to speak to me in Spanish, right? It's a skill set. It's a skill that you have to learn. It's the same thing. Like when you're speaking to this person, like it's the same. It's like learning a second language. So when people are like selling, they think they should just automatically know. But if I'm like, Cody, speak Spanish to me, you know, like, Dave, I don't know how to speak Spanish. We'll like learn. You're like, well, it's going to take some time to learn, Dave. I'll have to put some effort. I might have to like really, this is going to take some time. Like, oh, okay. So why do you think you could work leads already? It's the same thing. Like you need to learn how to communicate with people in a different way to be able to help them and hopefully sign them up for a policy.
Why do we assume the language, this new language that we're learning, is going to be picked up today?
Because people can talk. So people think they can sell. People can talk, right? Like, no, you're communicating, like, you're talking, right? But like, again, you're not doing what needs to be done. Like it's this person expressed interest in insurance and then you got on the phone with them and they're not interested anymore. So I think you might have done something wrong. You know, why were they interested until they started talking to you? That's the question.
Interesting. I love that.
What's the question? That should be a short. Dylan, can you make that a short? That's a really
good
short.
Bro. Holy crap, that's good. Yes, they had some level of interest.
They had level of interest.
They spoke to you. They have none.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, and it's our fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blame David. It's crazy, right? That's a good point. I'm going to interrupt the podcast to tell you about our Kaboom leads that are literally blowing up. If you would love to never get disconnected numbers or wrong numbers ever again, then you will love our leads at Kaboom Leads. All of our lead types, we text the prospect a 6-digit security code. They go back in the funnel and put that in to verify that it is a real, accurate cell phone number, and they've responded to a text message. We do this for all of our lead types. If you haven't tried Kaboom Leads, you can use coupon code podcast to get 10% off of your very first order at CABOOM, kaboomleads.com. Back to the show. You mentioned you enjoy helping people build a business.
That's my passion. So my passion is, again,
where's that come from though? Why?
Wanting to give back, right? I mean, I've taught tons of agents how to be top producers. Obviously I can't take the credit. They do the work, right? But like I guided them and have had tons of people write a ton of business, their first year in insurance, and that's cool. But like you see that, and I care about people, so I see that and I watch that, and like it's cool, and they have a lot of fun their first year doing it, but it's not as fun the second. And it's definitely not as fun the third. It's definitely not as fun as the fourth, right? And then I build this business, so I have all this freedom, and I could stay at the Ritz, and I could fly private, and I could do all these things, and like they can't, right? So like to me, they want that. I know they want that. So it's like, okay, how do I help them have that? And they're not going to have that without having a business, right? So it's like, now it's like building systems, processes, mentoring, like helping somebody go from whatever level they are. In the beginning, they might just be a newly licensed agent. So yes, they have to learn how to sell first, right? They should be on that leaderboard. They should, go through that process. But once they're proficient in selling, to where they could be a profitable agent, you don't even have to be like a killer. Like everyone like, oh, I want to be the best producer. I want to be on the number one, or I want to do this. It's like, no, like remember here, we got our insurance license to create a business, right? When you're selling insurance, and you could buy leads, or you have a system and process where you could be profitable. Yep. Right. Not just, there's a lot of people on the leaderboard not making money, right? Where you have a system where you're profitable, then you have succeeded as a successful insurance agent. Yeah. You have done something that gives you positive money, right? Like you're net positive. So now you can show someone how to make money. Yeah. So then it's like, all right, cool. Well, now let me help you scale to that next level. And now it's looking how to, you got to find talent. You got to teach them how to sell. Yeah. But then, there's, my business on autopilot. The goal is to eventually have it on autopilot to where your business will grow no matter where you're at. Right. So, I'm over here in beautiful Springfield, hanging out with Cody and the team, and my business is still running. People are still selling insurance. People are still getting hired. People are still getting trained. Yeah. We don't just like maintain. We'll continue to grow. Some of my biggest months when I traveled a lot, actually.
It's surprisingly been true for me, even though I feel like I have to be here every second. But honestly, Yeah, some of our biggest days and weeks, I was on vacation.
Yeah, I mean it's work you put in with systems, processes, everything. It's just a coincidence. It doesn't have to be like, oh, because Cody's not there, we're doing better.
Yeah, no, but shoot, if they
maybe
believe that,
it
then
is
great.
maybe.
I don't know,
That's
right?
it.
Profitability. If I deposit, let's just say I'm new to the business, and if I deposit $100,000 in commissions, does that guarantee that I was profitable?
No, I mean you could spend $100,000 to do it. So no, it doesn't guarantee. And then there's another thing too. You got to look at, you know, a lot of times people focus on like the commissions and stuff like that, and they won't look at chargebacks or something. Like some companies will have like chargebacks on the back end. So like, oh, this major agent made, you know, $100K their first 8 months in the business, but they have like $40,000 worth of chargeback debt. They still have that hasn't been paid for yet. That they still have to take care of it, right? So like,
sounds better to word it that way.
Yeah, of course it does, but like, you know, and that goes from going from like, you know, being the fake kind of captive, whatever kind of situation I was in. You know, it was supposed to be independent, but you know, wasn't treated as independent. To now, you know, being independent, you know, to having these conversations with these carriers, like seeing, like just seeing what else is out there, like looking at dealing with the most competitive carriers, seeing how they pay, how they do things, what's different, and then you start learning. And in the grand scheme of things, I'm still a baby in the industry, right? I mean, I got my license in 2018, so like every day is like new information. I think what makes me different is I don't hold on to old information, right? A lot of times people will just hold on, like ego stops them from growing so much.
No doubt about that, bro.
There's like, no, this is the way, and they like they can't open their mind to like, oh wow, I was wrong.
True.
I love being wrong. I think you like being wrong too.
If it means I'm going to learn something and my business is going to grow, then please.
That's what being wrong. See, that's what like being wrong. That's exactly what it is. It means you learn something.
Correct.
Like it's literally the best thing is to be wrong.
Well, and too, a lot of times where I don't even feel like it was right, but it was done the wrong way. Mm-hmm. Like there was a small tweak. A lot of times too, like scaling and growing, we think there's 8 million things that we have to change. Oh my gosh, this is a wreck. Maybe it's that
most of the time,
and it's like, holy crap, now it's working, you know.
Well that, so the scaling and growing thing, right? But like even bring that back down to like the agent. Like I remember when, you know, I was just me, right? I was just an agent, you know, and I had a right business to pay my bills, and just one little word track, like one little word track would, like, you know, close more deals and stuff like that, right? So like if I really look at everything I've done in my business, like it's always tweaks. Matter of fact, anytime I've tried to like change a lot of things, like disaster, 100% disaster. And I learned never do that. Like never do that.
Because then it's like going from scratch versus like, so here's an example. Like I told our team, like, hey, edit this, you know, this like new project we're working on, like a little. See how it responds before we shift the whole thing, you know, because I think it's better to shift the whole thing, but I don't know 100%.
Wisdom you're learning.
Right? Yeah. You know what? It's funny. I asked ChatGPT the other day, I said, hey, where can Cody Askins grow as a leader? I said, based on all the interactions we've had together, we've had, I talked to ChatGPT, you know, sorry, Lauren, you know, sometimes more than you. The other day, she's like, are you talking to Chat again? You know, you talking to your new girlfriend again? And I was talking about, where can Cody Askins grow as a leader? And it's like, well, you move really quick. You're very hasty. You execute incredibly fast. But maybe there's some examples where you shouldn't. I'm like, that's good. Knew that, but fair. Another one example was you're still even though you think you have elevated to a CEO level, you're still in the weeds on a lot of things that are happening within your business. I'm like, as soon as I think that's not the case, I think he or she, whatever you know, ChatGPT, is right. And then the third was like, you still haven't made enough other people leaders to free you up. You know, like you need to train people to be leaders so they can bring up leaders versus you being the leader. I'm like, gosh dang it, it's so good.
What's the you ever read that book, 5 Levels of Leadership?
Maxwell,
yeah. That's such a good book.
Maxwell.
Yeah, that book will make you question like, man, I'm a great leader. And you read the book, oh, I could be better.
Yes.
which is good. Again, right, mistake, right? It's
It's
it's a humbling mistake.
I think it was developing the leaders around you was one of the books he talks about, like how he took a church and scaled it, multiple times bigger over the course of a decade. And a lot of it was based on like, just talk about North Star. It was telling a church, I think it was like San Diego Wesleyan Church. And he took it over like 1989 or something like that. But he had a meeting with the team and he said, we're at 1,000 members a week. The next target is 2,000 members a week. And I don't know, that's where we're going. But I don't know if you are the team that is capable of getting us there yet. But we'll find out. I'm like, that's good, bro. That's good. And when we go through that, I mean, you've been through some people over the years,
Yeah, I mean,
it's not fun, but.
Well, that again, that's a level of leadership where you're creating leaders. I mean, that's literally like that's my business. That's where I'm at now, right? So we had perspective, right? November, all of the price group did 282. Last month, our top agency did 398.
Wow.
Right. Like we had another agency did over two. Like we had our top 5 agencies did over 100,000 last month. Right. So it's like
then
that's it. We're creating leaders. We're creating businesses. We're creating freedom. Like they're following the process, right?
And that's multiple different 7-figure agencies right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's like
it's killer.
Yeah. I mean, we had I think we go down. That was top 5. I think 8. I think I have 8 people. That did over. It was 86,000.
Let's go. Yeah, what do they need to do?
83.3, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. So basically, yes. So I bet you over the next 12 months we have 10 agencies that do over $1 million. But the goal is 10 agencies or over the next 24 months. At least I'm on the run rate. Have 10 agencies doing $1 million a month.
10 agencies doing $1 million a month.
Nice round numbers.
In what time frame?
The 24 months. In the next 24 months. I got the blueprint. I got the exact plan. I did it myself.
It's showing them what you've done.
That's it. Just show them exactly what I did.
Yeah.
That's it. Just like and you gotta
in 24 months too. That's I like that. That's a good lofty target. That's great.
It's so doable. It's so doable. I got some new stuff in the works.
Cool.
Recruiting, talent acquisition, AI training.
Yep.
We've revamped the whole lead system again. So our lead system's just crushing it right now. Haven't had a lead implode in a while now. So that's good.
That's good.
That's part of expanding too.
Oh, it happens.
Yeah,
especially the more you have to send, more leads you have to generate.
Yeah, we sure. I think about 7,500 leads we got out last month.
That's awesome.
Going from like 0 to scaling that up. I mean, you know the pains more than anyone else because you're crushing it in the lead game right now.
But you're right though. Figuring that out and doing that, you have noticed and learned that like the more leads you get out to your team, that you can help them get in front of people, the better everyone does.
Dude, we're talking about this leads and like give you a little tip since you're in the lead business. You could turn this into an ad. Have someone else say it though, not me.
Okay.
But it's like what is the definition of a lead is like someone looking to buy the product that you're selling, right? Because I think so many times when people hear leads, they think of like this like the piece of paper you send them, right? Or like the Google sheet you send them. Like they're just thinking about that. Like, no, that's like a real person looking to buy a product.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people would be like, oh, I burned through all the leads. Oh, I burned through all the leads. What does that mean exactly? Like, are these people all dead? Like, did aliens come and take these people? Like, what did you yell at these people like so bad and abruptly? Like, no, I didn't talk to most of them. All right. So what do you think happened? Like you think their problem just automatically got solved without you talking to them?
That's a good point.
So it's like, what is a lead? It's a person looking to buy your it's an actual real person trying to buy what you're trying to sell. So like how often should I call that person? Well, it depends. How much do you want to sell? All right. Yeah. How many leads should I get? Like how much money do you want to make? Right. Real simple,
True.
But people like forget about like it's like they lose like that connection. Like this is a real person in their living room.
That's right.
That clicks something because they're interested in buying what you have. And like you're telling me you're a salesperson that wants to make all this money and have all this freedom.
Right.
But like you won't dial the phone.
Yeah. Well, thoughts on investing in leads weekly. I've been really trying to hammer this home more with our audience overall of like the importance of getting fresh people to talk to every week. And that's what top producers do.
Do you want to know how much to spend?
Well, no, well, yeah, well, that too, that's fine. But most people are not, majority of our audience is not investing in their business every week.
No.
They're not.
No. I mean, you have a huge office, right? I don't know if you want to share it, but like,
Sure.
You know, what is rent for a place cost like this?
Just the actual lease is $12,000 a month.
Yeah, so $12,000 a month, right? So like to me, like when I was an agent and I had to like invest in leads, that's exactly what I thought. I'm like, all right, cool. This is my office rent.
Yep.
This is my electric bill. Like this is like it's not
the
like
gas for your car.
Well, the gas for your car is different because the gas for your car you just use when you need it. I need to make it something that you have to buy every single month, no matter what. Like you don't get to be like, you know what? I'm going on vacation next month. Yeah. I'm bringing the whole team. We're not going to be using this office. Let me call the landlord and say, hey, listen, we're not using the office this month, so we're not paying rent this month.
Got it.
Right? Yeah, like you have to pay rent every single month. Like it is the cost for you to do business.
True.
That's what.
Yeah, I can't get out of this. Like,
So when you're an agent and you're just getting started, like that's what you have to make leads. Like this is the cost of doing business, right? Yeah. And then you pick a number. And that's about scaling, right? So if you look at like you want to scale an agency, it's the same thing. Like, what are you spending to scale that agency?
That's right.
Like, and if that number is not increasing, then don't get confused why you're not growing. Like I remember like 2022 and 2023, I did almost the same amount of production. And I couldn't figure out why, because before that I grew real fast and I couldn't figure out why I paused. And I was like, so at the end of the year, I evaluated everything. I looked at everything, this and that. And then I was like, oh, dude, I spent the same exact amount of money on my business. Like I didn't scale, like nothing grew. Like that's why nothing grew. Like we went all through the same actions, we did everything, but like we spent the same thing. So like as an agent, if your lead spends $1,000 a month and it stays $1,000 a month, like your success is going to stay right there.
True.
Now it's like, oh, how do I double my success? Bingo, double your lead spend. Right? You know, it was funny because one of my managers, so we do a mastermind for building and growing now, right? Yep. We're doing a mastermind for anyone that's like investing money in growing. We meet weekly, and it's insane. But ultimately, somebody on my team who's really, really good at recruiting, like he's like, I want to pick your brain. I was like, no, there's no brain picking here. I was like, she spends 10 times as much as you on recruiting. That's the secret. Until you're willing to spend what she's spending on recruiting, there's no reason asking her questions, right? Same thing. It's like, Cody, man, I saw your, top producer agent. You did 400,000 last year in issue paid business. Could I pick your brain on how you did that? Well, how much you spent on leads? Well, 1,000 a month. Okay, cool. When you get to 2,000 a week, then pick my brain, because now you're like putting the gas in the car that needs to happen for it to like go that. So now if you're not like getting there, then it's like, let's talk about it now and see. But like, if you're not doing that basic part, I can't help you.
Amen. That's good. Should it be a dollar amount or a percentage? So I'll give you an example. We reinvest, not counting staff and events and everything else we're doing, just to feed people to talk to our sales team. Outside of all the organic agents that come through the system, we invest 5% of a specific division's revenue back into feeding people to talk to, right? Most businesses, once they get to bigger size, is probably like 5 to 15%. But agents, I feel like, should be at a higher number, probably in the 20 to 30% range. What's your honest opinion on, should it be a dollar amount? Is it a percentage? What would your percentage be?
Yeah, so I spent 80% of the money I made, like about 80% of the money I made for like my first 3 years in the business. And that got me up to from zero to 700. I think it was like $720,000 in income, and that 720 was passive. And the reason I was able to do that is because I invested 80%, right? So like I was just trying to put money. I was just trying to figure out.
You're trying to do it quicker.
Yeah, and I was trying to figure out how to put money to work. Like I'm just like to me it's like how much should I invest in leads? Like how much should I invest in recruiting? How much you want to make? Because once you have your number, like if it's just like every dollar I give you, people are like, oh, I want 8x and 10x and all those things. And people get that for sure, right? But like Cody, every dollar you give me, I'll give you $2 back. How many dollars you want to give me? Like as many as I can, right? Yeah. So the thing is, you just have to look at it. See, it's easy as an agent because it's like you get it back fast.
Yeah.
Right. When you start building a business, then it's just a little bit slower. Like you might spend 10 grand a month. It might take longer to get it back, but like that keeps building. That turns into a snowball. So for me, your business is a lot bigger and a lot more complicated, right? So like this stuff makes sense, but like for an agent that's just getting started, I think that they really have to treat it like their rent, and for me, it'd be like, I'm spending X amount of dollars a week on leads.
Mm-hmm.
Non-negotiable.
I do think they should be starting at minimum 500 to 1,000 a week initially.
100%. I mean,
sure.
It depends how fast they want it to happen. That's it. It depends how fast. Like Evan, great example. I was
literally just thinking him.
Evan's a great example. Evan's super clear vision on what he wanted to do. He's already growing a team, building a team, like building an agency. He's doing a great job. I think it was last week. One of his new agents was the number one person on my leaderboard.
Wow.
Right. So
That's
like
awesome.
he's like moving out, like he's moving down to the next pillars, right? Mm-hmm. Where he's teaching people how to be top producers. So he's doing a great job, but like he understood like it's just speed the process up.
Mm-hmm.
He was buying 100 leads. He was buying $2,200 worth of leads a week.
Wow.
And like he was just non-negotiable, right? It just
grand.
made sense.
It's awesome. He's a beast.
But it just depends how fast you want to do it, and then people are like, well, I don't want to go broke. It's like, well, no, the leads are supposed to be making you money. Like if the leads aren't making you money, then we have to, like, I don't want you buying leads just for fun, and if they're not making you money, like, let's look at that. And the first thing I'm always going to look at is activity. Like, are you down the phone? How often do you call them? Well, I called everyone once. Okay, perfect. Jeez. That's very nice of you.
I heard that yesterday. Yeah. I wanted to pull my hair out.
I called everyone once.
Insane.
Yeah. So, but the goal is pick a number that you're comfortable with. I would say like, people are like, how much should I invest? Because a lot of times people want to like go all in, and I love wanting to go all in, but like I like consistency better.
Yeah.
Right. So like if you're like, oh, I'm gonna spend like $2,000 this week, and then that's it.
Maybe
like,
nothing next week, but it'll be fine.
Yeah. No, I'd rather you spend $500 a week, but make that consistent. Yeah. But then turn that $500 into $600. Then that $600 is $7, right? So like that's scaling. Like, so I look at different metrics in my business, and it's like dollar spent. Like me, I have a goal, right? To hit that goal of 10 agencies doing $1 million a month, I needed to be spending $100K a month on marketing to hire agents. Yeah. Right. So like I have a money spending goal. Like I need to get my math right. I need to get my funnels right and everything like where it needs to be. And once it is, I want to scale that up to where I'm spending $100,000 plus a month on marketing.
It's important.
And then it's like, all right, cool. I just did this. How do I double it? Well, spend $200,000 a month.
Amen. Dude, I got some more questions for you, but I'm going to save them for some extra content we're about to do, and even a bonus question that I think you're going to like.
Bonus questions. I love bonus questions.
Yes, that'll be for CA Studios. If they would like to learn more about you, what do they do? Where do they go? If they want to keep following and learning and hanging out.
Yeah, so we got a couple places. We got my Facebook group. We are insurance agents. You can come there, free community. Every Thursday we do a training. You can find me on all the socials, David Price Official, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
You're pretty active on Instagram.
I try to be active everywhere all the time. It's definitely challenging, but I try to be. But if you want to like really like pick my brain and ask questions, it's gonna cost you $9 a month. Come to my school group, and the reason I do that is because the Facebook group, it's just everyone's there. They don't respect your time. It's a lot of people. So the school group's a smaller community. Actually got lucky, man. So school.com/insurance.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. /insurance. So just $9 a month. Small community. So basically, if you ask me a question or anything that you want to reference in this podcast, like I'm going to see it and I'm going to reply to it. And it costs you $9 a month to have access to someone that did over $50 million in insurance premium.
It's nothing. $9. I spent it.
I just want to make it a no-brainer. I wanted to make it a no-brainer. Like it's not going to make me rich. Obviously, I got like 40 people in it now, 50 people. But I wanted it to be like, yeah, dude, like, no, you can't, like you have to have some skin in the game. So you respect the information.
True.
But
cool.
You go to my YouTube channel if you want free stuff. It doesn't matter.
Boom. You the man. Thanks for being back.
Appreciate you, brother.
You're amazing. Appreciate him for having all the different Puerto Rico to Springfield, Missouri. Incredible. What an amazing podcast. If you enjoyed this thing, let us know below. Like, dude, I love this part. It was amazing. It really helped me. We went a little deeper on profitability and different stuff today, which I loved. And so thank you for hanging with us. I'm about to go jump and ask David some extra questions, a crazy freaking bonus question. I may get super personal with this one. Who knows, man? Either way, if you want to check all that out, live dials courses, you want to keep learning, castudios.tv, the way to go. It's like a Starbucks cup of coffee a month. And we will see you on the next episode of the Power Player Podcast. Kaboom.